Introduction. The Evolution of Moonshiners. Master Distiller Moonshiners. Master Distiller first aired. It was met with skepticism. Critics and viewers alike questioned the authenticity of the show, dismissing it as a mere spectacle rather than a genuine competition. However, as the series progressed, it became evident that the contestants were not only skilled but also passionate about their craft. The judges, seasoned distillers themselves, began to recognize the depth of talent and dedication among the participants. The judges' perspective: Tim Smith, Mark Ramsey, and Eric Digger Maines, the core judges of the show, have witnessed this transformation firsthand. Initially, they observed a mix of amateurs and enthusiasts, many of whom lacked formal training. Over time, however, the caliber of contestants has significantly improved. Tim Smith remarked, "The competitors are better than ever. The previous seasons have educated them, and we are getting a higher level of competition." Mark Ramsey added, "The competitors are great this season. I think initially the show was seen as a bit of a joke, but now people are taking it seriously, and we are getting some very accomplished contestants." Eric Digger Maines noted, "We see better and better contestants every season. Initially, people thought it was a setup by the ATF, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, so they refused to sign up. But as time went on, we started getting the best of the best, which makes our job harder." Innovative challenges and rising standards as the competition intensified, the judges introduced more complex and creative challenges to test the contestants' skills. Tasks such as turning beer into liquor, creating prison shine, and crafting spicy liquor pushed the boundaries of traditional moonshining. One notable challenge involved contestants distilling alcohol from unexpected ingredients like cookies, cereal, and soda pop. Tim Smith explained, "Some of the contestants came thinking they were ready to win because they have been distilling for so long. So, as judges, we gave them items they never thought they could make alcohol from." Mark Ramsey emphasized the need for adaptability. "As the competition got better, we had to start throwing many different problems at them, and they needed to be quick on their feet. Evolving judging criteria with the increasing sophistication of the contestants, the judges had to refine their criteria for evaluation. What began as a search for the best of the worst evolved into a quest for excellence." Tim Smith shared, "I have become more educated by the contestants and over the seasons learned from them, whether they are faders or backwood distillers, and this season is no different from a Rabbi to a Navy SEAL." Mark Ramsey acknowledged the growing complexity of the competition. "As always, I judge what has been presented to us. As the competition gets stronger, the judging becomes much more difficult and complex, so we have had to redefine our judging process." Eric Digger Maines reflected on the evolution of their judging approach. "Our judgment has evolved as the contestants got better. In the beginning, we chose the best of the worst, but now judging requires a lot more complexities and a finer palette to choose the winner. Guest judges and special episode esto further elevate the show's prestige. The judges have welcomed guest experts from various fields. Celebrity chef Robert Irvine appeared in a special episode, bringing a culinary perspective to the distilling process. The judges have also expressed interest in exploring new formats and challenges. Tim Smith hopes to incorporate non-alcoholic distillation trends and the use of natural ingredients in future seasons. Mark Ramsey envisions more celebrity involvement. "With so many celebrities out there launching liquor brands, I think it would be great to have more celebrity judges." Eric Digger Maines suggests incorporating challenges that require contestants to source their ingredients from nature, emphasizing the importance of water quality in the distilling process. The impact on the distilling community shows evolution has had a significant impact on the distilling community. Contestants now approach the competition with a higher level of professionalism and expertise. The exposure gained from appearing on the show has also opened doors for many, leading to collaborations with established distilleries and increased recognition in the industry. For instance, Martin Olo, the head distiller at VAI Winery and Distillery, won the title of Master Distiller in a recent season. His apple-infused single malt whiskey was produced as a limited edition release by Sogallins Distilling Co. and distributed in select markets. Conclusion: Moonshiners. Master Distiller has transformed from a niche reality show into a respected platform that celebrates the art and science of distilling. The judges' commitment to raising the bar and the contestants' dedication. As the show continues to evolve, it promises to bring even more innovation and excitement to the world of moonshining. From backwoods to broadcast, the premise was simple. Contestants face off in distillation challenges, crafting everything from classic corn whiskey to flavored spirits with wild ingredients. Each week, the best product, judged on taste, proof, clarity, and creativity, would earn someone the coveted title of Master Distiller. What started as a rowdy, down-home contest quickly transformed into something much more refined. Back in Season 1, we had folks showing up thinking they'd just wing it, says Tim Smith, one of the most recognized faces from the original Moonshiners show. Some were great, sure, but others had no clue. It was like a moonshine talent show where half the people didn't read the flyer. But then something shifted. Word got out. Contestants began to prepare, and with each season, the competition got tighter, tougher, and, according to the judges, more impressive. We started seeing real distillers walk in, says Digger Mains. People with backgrounds in chemistry, culinary arts, military service, folks who'd been distilling for years in legal and illegal settings. We had to step up our game as judges because the quality just skyrocketed. Breaking stereotypes, one batch at a time. From the outside looking in, Master Distiller might seem like a glorified reality show about liquor. But to the contestants, and increasingly to its loyal audience, it's about something much deeper: tradition, innovation, and pride in craft. This isn't just about who can make the highest proof hooch, Smith explains. It's about flavor, balance, technique. These folks are taking old school knowledge and mixing it with modern day science. That's real evolution. One of the most talked about episodes featured a contestant using lavender and honey to create a gin-inspired spirit. Another challenge saw competitors turning beer into liquor, a deceptively tricky process that left even the most confident moonshiners humbled. You throw hops into a still, you're asking for trouble, says Ramsey. It gums up the works. But some of these folks found ways around it, and what they made: smooth as Tennessee gold. The turning point. A competition worth winning for the judges, the transformation of the show became undeniable by Season 4. By that time, says Digger, we weren't picking the best of the worst anymore. We were splitting hairs between great and greater. The shift wasn't just visible in the contestants' skills, but in their motivations. People came in hungry, Smith recalls, not just for the title, but to prove something. To show they weren't just some backyard hack. And we've had folks from all walks: Navy SEALs, rabbis, scientists, even people who lost their legal distilleries and were trying to rebuild their names. Winning the title of Master Distiller now carries weight, professionally and personally. Sogallins Distilling Company, the show's commercial partner, bottles and releases winning recipes in limited editions. For contestants, it's a chance to see their names on shelves, their spirits in bars, and their stories told on a national stage. Raising the bar, and the ABV with better contestants came tougher challenges. The judges, all accomplished distillers themselves, began throwing curveballs to keep things interesting. One week it's a fruit brandy. The next, you're using barbecue sauce or gummy bears, laughs Ramsay. If you can make a clean, balanced spirit out of that mess, you've earned our respect. One particularly infamous episode forced contestants to distill alcohol from gas station snacks. Another required them to craft moonshine with no access to traditional yeast. Controlled chaos, Diva calls it. But that's where you see who knows their stuff. Behind the scenes, the judging has also evolved. It's no longer enough to be bold or creative. The spirit has to stand up to scrutiny. We taste every batch blind, Smith notes. You can't hide behind a story or a gimmick. The shine speaks for itself. Guest judges, celebrity shine, and a wider audiencito add flavor to the format. Master Distiller has brought in guest judges from various industries, chefs, chemists, brewmasters, and even celebrities. When Robert Irvine came on, it was a blast, says Digger. He looked at things from a culinary angle, made us rethink some of the food-based challenges. Other guest appearances brought more mainstream appeal, helping shed the show's outlaw-only image and open the doors to legal distillers, women, and younger contestants. We're seeing more diversity now, Ramsay says proudly, and that's great, because moonshining isn't just some Appalachian thing. It's a global art form. What's next for Master Distiller? So, where does the show go from here? The judges all agree. The bar will keep rising.